Hey, how's it going, everyone? Sarasota Tim coming to you from the Boynton Inlet. Got Miss Tammy here with me today in her little 2022 Civic 4-door hatchback in the sport trim package. And she's got a whopping 5,500 miles on it now. She told me the dealer had scheduled her to come in for an oil change. I said, don't do that. We don't need that till 10,000 miles or at least a year. It's got the synthetic oil in it. It's all mine requires. I know. You can do it every 5,000, doesn't hurt it. And probably if she was buying it, I would, give her the green light to go ahead and do that. But not at the dealer. I would just go right to Walmart, because believe it or not, Walmart, when they do the oil changes, they do a really good job, and I'll tell you why. They have a pit. They don't put the car up on a lift and, scratch anything up. You drive in. They use a torque wrench to take the plug in and out. Well, when they tighten it up, they use it. And they also have a checklist that's absolutely mandatory that they always do it. Checking the tire pressure, they top off the washer fluid and check everything over. They reset your maintenance light. They do everything, and it's the lowest price. And you can choose if you want to put in synthetic, well, which you have to, or any brand you want. So, rather than using the dealer, which they just use, they use a synthetic oil. It's good oil, but it's not, made by Honda, just like Toyota doesn't make their oil. It's a subsidiary. It's some independent oil company they get it from. But anyway, the car's looking good. It's flawless. I just put a little bit of this new finish wax just on her hood. She had some water spots on there, and I was rubbing my 31st coat of wax on my 4Runner here. I'm bouncing around between Meguiar's Paste, Meguiar's Quick Spray, and then I have some new finish right here. I'm almost out of it. And so I threw a little bit of that on my truck today. And when Miss Tammy got here, I said, let me just do your hood for you. But the color, this is a very popular color. What's happening is Audi, Cadillac even has it. Everybody's making this color. But I have to tell you one thing. It doesn't look good on a lot of vehicles, but it does look very good on this one. And the other one that's my favorite, I saw it. You know that Cadillac, that new 4-door slope back Caddy? Well, I saw one, and it looks like this, but it's a Cadillac. It's bigger. Looks awesome. I mean, really, really nice. I saw an Audi this morning, an SUV, a little crossover Audi that had this color. It was okay, but those cars, I don't know, they just look better in their other colors. Sometimes it just doesn't fit, but everybody's making this color now and putting it on all the manufacturers. Miss Tammy's favorite is that Mazda red they have. This was extra too. This was like $300 for the Boost Blue. And I've never been a fan, as you guys know, if you watch my videos, of black rims, like on the 4Runner. But I'll be damned if this doesn't just look perfect with the tinted windows against that Boost Blue and the black mirrors with those rims. And it's really a nice car. It's got like a self-driving mode. You can click on that. It'll round turns and, not complete 90 degrees, but, when you're going down the road and you're moving this way and that way, it stays between the lines. It's got everything in it. It doesn't have a power seat, and it is very small. And the biggest con about it is the road noise. It has these low-profile tires, and that's mostly the reason on this model. They're all kind of loud, but because of those low-profile tires, you can, unless you're on a very smooth road, you do hear the highway. And the other con is you have to wear this car. It is small. You get in there, and although it's not too small for Miss Tammy, she uses a little cushion on her seat. I don't think it's locked. Yeah, she's got it locked. But she sits up higher on the seat, even though she's got the seat jacked up. But it's got this crank to pump the seat up. and you can crank it, I think, at least 20 cranks to drop it all the way down so I can drive it. And that's kind of a pain in the butt because, you know, a power seat would be nice for what they get for these. I think the retail is right at 30 grand, but we're leasing it, we're renting it, and that's just a good deal for her because she doesn't drive that much. She doesn't exceed the mileage. And she had a Hyundai Sonata. This was really an emergency purchase because it was during the time when the cars were still very few in stock, just a few months ago even. But her Hyundai Sonata had a major oil consumption problem. They're recalling tens of thousands of them. Her car used, I don't know, 3 quarts of oil in one day. No smoking, no sign, nothing on the ground. It was the weirdest thing. So we went to the Hyundai dealer, and yeah, they were going to cover it, and as long as you did maintenance on it and all that kind of thing. But Miss Tammy doesn't put up with that. She doesn't want to wait till she's stranded on the side of the road. She's kind of incredulous. She worries about stuff. So she just took it down to the Honda dealer and said, "What do you give me?" and traded her in. And she had almost had that one paid off. So I think she might have worked out a deal where she put a nice down payment to keep her payment where she was on the other car, and probably put a few dollars in her pocket too. So no regrets. And you know, you can still buy it at the end of the term if the market continues to be crazy and it's worth buying. That's what she did with the Hyundai. See, she leased that one, and you know, that's when the crazy used car market was just going nuts, like houses. And so she bought it, I think it was 15 grand or something like that, and or 12. Anyway, it was worth like 3,000 more than the option to buy it was, because no one knew the future, and everybody that was coming out of a lease were buying their cars because you'd be crazy not to. But anyway, that's another story. Thanks for listening to all that business. But there's that Boost Blue 22 Civic 4-door hatchback. Nice car, nice 4Runner. Couple of nice drivers we got here, don't we? Because we're crushing it.